This is the brand new HyperTough 12-volt handheld blower available at Walmart. Coming in at a price of like $39.95 or something like that. Really cool little unit, comparable to one that I've used a lot in the past from Wolfbox. So in today's video, we're gonna be popping this thing open, checking out the build quality, all that kind of good stuff, and seeing if this will fit our needs. Now again, this little unit is available at your local Walmart. Not all stores have it yet. It seems like it's a brand new item. So just check online. I had to search out which store had it for me in my local area. Wow, absolutely incredible build quality right off the bat. Nice, let me see if you guys can see this. So nice rubberized texture to it, but feels very, very premium. It doesn't feel cheap at all. Really, really nice. Again, you do have the 12-volt battery that is removable. I don't know if this is interchangeable with any other platform, but it is nice that it is removable because the Wolfbox one is not. You have to plug it in to charge it. This one, if you have additional batteries, you can swap them out and keep going. First things first though, the build quality is very nice, and they do have a mesh steel filter back here, so you don't have to worry about hair getting in there because that is a concern. Now what else do we have in the box here? We have our little instruction manual, troubleshooting guide, all that kind of good stuff. Right there, 12-volt max lithium ion cordless blower. They do stay on the box 180 miles per hour of wind speed. So next up, there's one more thing in the box, and that is the nozzle for it. Let's see here. Oh, we got a couple things. We have the nozzle, and I'm opening this thing like a caveman, but there we go. So we have the charging block, the power cord, which is a USB-C, and we have the nozzle. Again, the nozzle is also built very, very nice, as in they actually have markings on here for open and close or lock and unlock. So we just line it up. Wow, it's really nice. So you even have, hopefully you guys can see this, the little notch on the nozzle itself lines up perfect with the unlock. Turn it, and it's locked in place, and it feels super, super secure. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on. So there's a power button and then a plus minus button right here. Power button on, plus minus, I guess, is probably power. As far as battery life goes, I don't know if there's an indicator for that. I'm assuming it'd be here. Okay, so very, very nice. When we turn it on, you have a light in the front, which is just a cool little feature. It does show 3 there. Now there is a slight delay when you pull the trigger and then let it go, it slowly goes down. So we're gonna go ahead and run through the power settings real quick. 1, ooh, a little bit of a delay, but again, very nice. 2, and 3. Is this a battery indicator? Probably. So I did confirm that these 3 little light indicators, I'm gonna put all the way up to level 3, these ones are battery level indicators, but there's also another option. You can actually remove the battery, and right here on the section that goes into the unit, right here is another little battery indicator light. So let me see if this will focus for you. There we go. And you can hit it, and we're on yellow, so it's showing like halfway full. Red would be, you know, a quarter or an eighth, and then fully charged would be green. Obviously, at your higher output ratings, right, you're gonna get a lot less runtime. Let's see in the manual real quick what it states for runtime. If it states anything, it'll probably show like the max runtime, which will be on speed 1. And honestly, on speed 1, it's not gonna do much. It's kind of like a nice little fan. That's about it. So speed 1, not great, but speed 3 is quite good. Real quick, I'm gonna take the nozzle off and see how that feels. That's on 1, 2, 3. Okay, that feels really good. Again, just a lot more water, a lot more airflow or CFM versus air speed, right? The smaller the nozzle, it's kind of like a pressure washer. The smaller the nozzle, you're gonna get more directed air, which will create a higher speed, but you're gonna lose CFM probably. Yeah, this is really nice for, you know, tight little areas, like blowing out your vents, cup holders, or even like mirrors on the car, the exterior mirrors. But this way, again, I don't think it's gonna have the runtime, but this would work for like drying down your tires before applying a tire dressing. Again, blowing out the tight spots again like that with it wide open. So far, I'm really, really liking this thing. Let's try and get some real world use out of it. All right, guys, so here's a real world test drying down a tire. Again, I took the cone off. We're powered on, we're at power 3. So you do have to get super close to it. It does work. It is not ideal, but it does work. Possibly be good for is after you apply your dressing and you get a little bit of bunching in the tread, you can take this and level that out. I think that would be a good use of this item. All right, guys, so I just applied Quiver Abyss, and you can see I have a little buildup, right? That will level out on its own. But if we take the blower and hit that, boom. All right, so same thing here. So for that, I think it's really awesome, because if you drive away with that as it's still wet, that could fling, right? This is meant, if you let it sit for a little bit, it'll dry on its own. But as a mobile detailer, I want to get these done so that the customer needs to go, they're not going to have the issue. This thing's fantastic for that. Now, in order to charge the battery, you do take the charging block. Obviously, you plug in the USB-C side, or regular USB side, and then the USB-C side goes in. You do have to remove the battery, and then it goes right into that section there. And that's a little bit of a bummer. I do wish there was a way to also charge the battery with, you know, an external plug-in, or if it was on the back here or something like that, so you didn't have to remove it from the unit. But whatever. I think, again, at the price, this thing and build quality, so far so good. It does state, we do have some specifications listed in the manual, and it does state it's a brushless motor. Now, the max air speed, on speed 1, it states 79 miles per hour. I don't know, we'll test that. Then on speed 2, it shows 130 miles per hour, and on speed 3, 180 miles per hour. Let's see. All right, guys, so we have this thing set to miles per hour. I'm also going to hit min and max, meaning when I point this thing at it, it'll hold at the highest speed. So we're gonna turn this on. Speed 1, again, I don't remember what it said, but let's see what we can get to. All right, I'm trying to be as generous as I can here, pointing this thing directly at it. 19.5 miles per hour. Let's check what the manual said, because I think it said 79 or something like that, which is insane. Yeah, max air speed, 79 miles per hour. Not even close. We'll go to speed number 2. Check that one. Again, I'm being as generous as I can. I'm pointing it into the fan blade so that it gets the most force. 39.8 miles per hour. Okay, again, that one was stating 130 for speed 2. Speed 3 is the one that's listing 180 miles per hour. Let's see. $47.2 miles per hour. Now, this gauge may not be accurate, but that is so far off. I don't know. I don't know. Again, at 180 miles per hour, I would think that's speed 3. Yeah, that is not. I mean, it's not bad, but that is not. I mean, that definitely doesn't seem to be 180 miles per hour. Does that mean that this thing is not useful? No, it's just that that rating is crazy. Real quick, let's try it without the nozzle on it at all now. Same thing, we're on speed 3. Yeah, 34.7. We're definitely, to get the most airspeed, you do want the cone. To get the most CFM, you would go open. Now I'm looking through the instructions here, the manual, and I'm not seeing anything for runtime of how long to expect. I thought I'd seen it, but on the box or something, but I don't see it anywhere now. Usually though, whatever the rating is, it's at the low speed, which really isn't important to us. We want to know what we can actually get of use out of it. However, it does state charging time approximately 3 to 5 hours. So I would recommend, if you're going to be using this thing, try and get some additional batteries, because that would make it much, much more usable. Real quick, I'm going to go ahead and plug this thing in. We're going to get it to a full charge before we test the runtime. I'm going to let it go on speed 3. We're going to turn it on and let it run until it dies. All right, guys, now while that battery is charging, you can see it's removed from here. I do want to just compare this to, like I said, the one that I've been using for a long time, the Wolfbox. And overall build quality, I gotta say the HyperTough feels way more like a professional style tool, which is funny because HyperTough's not known as a professional brand, but definitely, you know, the grip, really comfortable in the hand, nice contour to it. Again, the tight screen mesh filter is really, really nice. Versus the Wolfbox, is a little slippery. It's super sleek, super nice, but a little bit slippery. You have a power on off in the back and then your trigger here. Same thing though, you have your nozzle and then you can also open it up and use it straight. One thing to note though, as you can see in the back, it does not have the mesh filter. It does have a plastic filter, but hair potentially could get in there. Like if my daughter was using this, I'd be more nervous about this one than this one. I'd probably still be nervous, but a lot less nervous with this one. All right guys, so it's been a little bit of time and the battery is fully charged. So hopefully I'm gonna hit this. You'll be able to see that it is green, hopefully. Okay, so we're at 100% charge. I'm gonna go ahead and stick it back into the unit and I'm gonna go ahead and turn this thing on. It's on power 3, that's what we're gonna leave it on. We're gonna leave it with the nozzle on as well, and I'm just gonna time how long this thing lasts at full power. So I have headphones in, just to muffle the noises, or noise canceling headphones. So let's see how long this thing lasts. All right, so here we go. We're a minute in, we just dropped down to 1 bar. Five minutes, 30 seconds. All right guys, so I'm actually super pleasantly surprised by that. Now the battery feels warm after running for 5 minutes straight, right? Just pegged the entire time. That's not how you're gonna be using this. You're probably gonna be on and off as you go throughout the vehicle or around the home or whatever else, right? Surprised at 5 minutes. Again, it went down to like 1 bar at 1 minute, I think. It lasted way longer than I thought it was going to. 5 minutes, I think, is at full power. I think that's respectable for sure. My overall thoughts on this thing. Build quality, I think, is fantastic. It feels like, again, it feels like more of a professional tool. My hand did cramp up eventually from holding this pegged the whole time. There is no locking mechanism for the trigger. Is that a big deal? Again, no, in my personal opinion, no, because I don't think you're gonna be using it that way. It's gonna be on and off. Battery life, I'm okay with 5 minutes at full power. I think it's a great little item, especially at the $34.97 or whatever, essentially $35 for this unit at your local Walmart. Now again, I will go ahead and link this one down in the description for you guys as well, because I have been using this one for quite some time and I like it a lot. This thing's fantastic. Wolfbox also makes some more expensive ones and some cheaper ones, so I'll link Wolfbox down in the description so you guys can check those out. But if you're at your local Walmart and they have this, I think it's worth picking up. Again, it's not a tool, like go into it expecting that it's a small little blower. 180 mile per hour speed, I don't know where they get that number. Again, that's not what my little meter showed. Maybe I'm testing it completely different than what they did, but I think that gives you a good representation of where it's at. You also got the hair test of it blowing through there. So, but overall, I think it is a win. For 35 bucks, available at Walmart, I think it's worth picking up. So that is it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to like the video, make sure you subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and we'll see you all on the next one.